Generative AI, when used responsibly, provides new opportunities for assisting with your academic studies and preparing for how this technology is evolving in the workplace. Talking to our industry partners provides valuable insights for best practice use of Gen AI in the workplace, which platforms to use, refining your prompts, and how best to solve business problems using generative AI.
How do you use generative AI to inform your business decisions? And how do you critically assess the outputs from generative AI?
I use Gen AI in two ways. First is internally and the second is customer facing. So internally, 80% of my code is written by AI. It's much better code, much more secure. So I trust it, I've evaluated it. So that's one part of it. I'm also automating a lot of my business processes using AI. For example, question generations, question explanations, and those kind of things. So a lot of automation is happening internally, which users don't see. On the user front, conversation is something that Gen AI is good at. So if a user asks a random question related to a subject, Gen AI takes over and gives a response, just like what ChatGPT does. When it comes to students using AI, at least understand the capabilities of AI. The best way of doing that is through projects. Can you create certain projects by yourself and see what AI can do for you, and then decide how to incorporate that in your daily life? AI is an assistant to me and it needs to solve problems for me, but it doesn't need to take over my own responsibilities. And I work with students, I work with the education system. So I have to make sure that I'm using it responsibly, ethically, in terms of that it needs to solve the student's problem within this context of learning. Are the questions that are generated sticking to the syllabus of maths subject, right? Or the other subjects that I'm generating. I evaluate each question, the authenticity of the question, whether it is adhering to the syllabus, whether the options are right, whether the answer is right, and whether the explanation is in the right way, such that the students will understand it. So there are a lot of layers to how ethically AI should be used. There is this study that has come in from Microsoft which says that critical thinking is going down just because we are relying more on the answers coming from Gen AI. And it's a very alarming study because critical thinking is a faculty that we have developed, and over-reliance on AI will start eroding that skill that we have. And the way to do that is to critically look at the responses coming from AI and understanding what it is saying, evaluating them, and then making changes to it. Using blindly the responses coming from AI is not the solution here. It is about using it as a starting point and then using your own faculties to develop a better response, better answer for your requirements. So I believe that is the way to use AI responsibly, where it is a starting point, develop your own process of evaluating the answers, and then completing your response and your essays and your assignments.